The average American worker will hold 8 jobs throughout his or her professional career. If this seems like a lot, it's because it is. This high statistic is largely caused by low employee satisfaction, also known as job satisfaction. How does this affect you here at South Jersey Industries? Well, my name is Dan Rupert, and today I'm going to answer that question for you. In this speech, I'll explain how employee satisfaction has effects on performance, turnover, and ultimately customer perceptions, and how this impacts your company. As professionals, you all know the importance of workplace performance as well as anybody. High employee satisfaction has a direct correlation with high performance. According to a study done by Gallup Incorporation, businesses with higher employee satisfaction also saw 70% higher profitability, which speaks for itself. Having satisfied employees leads to higher workplace morale, which makes the employees willing to work harder. It's the same idea as if you're on a sports team and you like your coach, you're going to want to work your hardest to make the coach proud and because you're going to enjoy being at practice and doing the sport. On the contrary, disgruntled employees who might not be satisfied with their job are likely to not work to their full potential. Low employee satisfaction in the workplace often leads to activities such as playing on the phone during work, scrolling through social media, taking care of personal business on the laptop while you're supposed to be doing work on company time. It's simple to understand that if you enjoy your job, you're going to spend more time doing it, and the more time you spend doing it, the better you're going to get at it. Whereas if you don't enjoy your job, you're going to want to clock out as soon as possible. You're going to do the minimal amount of work that you can, and this will not improve company performance. Next, it's important to realize that low employee satisfaction leads to high employee turnover. Employee turnover, just to remind everybody, is the rate of which an employee enters and leaves a company. You want your employee turnover to be as low as possible. You don't want people leaving your company all the time, essentially quitting your company. To start, training new employees is no small task, and often it's quite time consuming. When you have to hire new employees all the time, the company has to use a lot of resources to train them. This could be time, obviously, money, obviously, but also you have to think about the people who are training them. That employee who's training the new hire isn't able to do his or her other work. They have to spend their time working with this new employee, and therefore you're losing what they're capable of doing as well. In addition, losing seasoned employees means that you lose the talent and the experience that they possess. This often leads to cultural issues, because when you lose these older, more seasoned employees, the younger employees who trained under them see them leave and they think, well, if they're leaving, is this even the same company anymore? These are the people I've been working with since I got here. If they're leaving, maybe I should leave too. And so then you have a big issue on your hands. Even further, when an experienced employee leaves a company, especially if the employee worked their way up the ladder a little bit, they take with them information that you might not want to be out in the public outside of your company, such as finances maybe. Say that employee got access to the company's finances because they were with the company for a while. Once they leave, they might accidentally or purposely spill some of that information which you don't want to get out. Therefore, because of all those reasons I just listed, you can see why you want to keep turnover as low as possible. And in order to keep turnover low, you need to make sure that your employees are satisfied. Finally, employee satisfaction has an impact on customer perceptions of the company. A study done this year by William Shepard, Robert Ployhart, and Jason Kautz found that customer perceptions of a job have a direct effect on employees' satisfaction with the job. Interestingly, this study also found that high turnover has a negative effect on customer perceptions. So you can see how this leads into a bit of a cycle of low employee satisfaction being caused by unfavorable customer perceptions, which is caused by high turnover from the company, which is caused by low employee satisfaction. Let me restate that because it's a little bit confusing. You have low employee satisfaction because customers see the job as not a good job, and that will affect the employee's mental state and say, maybe they're right, maybe this isn't a good job. If you have low employee satisfaction, you will have a higher turnover, and the customers will see that high turnover, aka see everyone quitting the company, and say, this company must not be very good. I'm not going to bring my business to there. I'm going to go somewhere else. And when you have that high turnover, and you have the low customer perceptions because of the high turnover, there you go back with the low employee satisfaction. So it's a little confusing, but you can see how it's a circle of issues for the HR department and the marketing department, because if you don't have good customer perceptions, you're going to lose business. People won't want to bring their business to you, and so you can see how you need to keep your employees satisfied in order to keep your sales up, in order to keep customers coming. As said by Zarin Berthina, a satisfied employee is not just a retained employee, it's an ambassador for the brand. If you have an employee who likes their job, they're going to be able to portray that to customers. The customers are going to see, this guy really likes his job. This must be a great place to be. On the contrary, if an employee is not satisfied, you know that he or she is going to be complaining about it to his friends, maybe writing about it on Facebook. And if a prospective employee sees that message, they might not want to even interview for the company. When South Jersey Industries hires a new employee right out of college, they do not want to see him or her leave that company within maybe a year after being hired, or even quicker. And likewise, that college employee does not want to spend their time looking for 7 additional jobs. In this speech, I've explained how a company can prevent this by focusing on their employees' satisfaction. By doing this, you will improve both productivity and performance, decrease turnover, and create more positive customer perceptions of your company, which will drive sales. There are many things to worry about in management, but the satisfaction of your colleagues should always be one of them. Thank you.